And go.
Hi, social media. It's Jerry coming to you today from the Rythmia Life Advancement Center, Guanacaste, Costa Rica, the one and only medically licensed ayahuasca center. 18,000 people have come and gone through our doors. 97.12% say that they had a life-changing miracle during their stay. Better than that, 90.22% at 6 months say this was the week that changed their life, completely changed their life. What is Rythmia? It's a whole program. It's 4 days of ayahuasca, 3 days of breath work. It's metaphysical teachings, guest speakers, farm-to-table organic food, the cleanse, this beautiful cleanse, and yoga, breath work, meditation, all wrapped up into 1 week. Because we're so good at this, A-listers from around the world come to Rythmia and have this miracle happen to them. Some of them decide to stay to help us out. Who is on our board of directors, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Kelly Slater, the world's greatest surfer. Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of Agape. Martin Luther King III, the son of the slain civil rights leader Martin Luther King. Tony Coe, the business person from NYX Cosmetics. Ron White, the comedian. Ilanya Van Zandt from the Oprah TV show. Jack Canfield, the author of all the Chicken Soup of the Soul books. Frank Biden, Joe Biden's brother. Mark Hilberger, the New York Times best-selling author and biohacker. Earl Koski, the American businessman. Brandon Sabella, the author and TV show host. Kim Starwood Terranova. She is a spiritual leader and author in her own right, and an Agape person. Great spiritual leader, new thought thinker, amazing person. And why do these people come here and give their time for free? Why? Because this is a life changer. It is a game changer. Once you come here, you'll never be the same. By the way, this week I have our guest speaker here, Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. How are you doing, my brother?
Really good, brother.
How's it good?
Really good. Really good.
I'm so lucky to have him here.
2 Virgos in the house.
2 Virgos trying to do the same thing for people. This guy, 20 years on TV, everybody knows who he is. I wanted to ask you today because the theme of today is success stories. And what I want to talk to these people about today is about how not to quit. No matter what happens, how to keep moving forward. Your story is the most amazing to me because you actually came to the United States with nothing. Will you tell them about that? Because everybody knows what you do with dogs,
right.
but nobody knows what you had to go through.
That's correct.
Right.
So I'm from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, the capital of the cartel world. And as a child, I grew up watching these leaders, these images, these people, these role models, right? We don't know anything else, the children in Culiacan. And so that's a challenge, right? Because you're growing up with these people who are not doing the right thing, not a good energy, not a good philosophy, not a good action, but that's all you know. So it becomes a challenge to grow up there because it's really not about life, it's about death. Right, so you have to go through that. But when you have this mission in life or this dream in life to become something different than everybody else, I think is what helped me push the idea. One day, when I get older, I will go to America and learn from Americans how to become the best dog trainer in the world. Because I didn't think that I had anything to offer.
I want to catch that. So you actually decided when you were living in Mexico.
Yeah.
That you're going to come to the United States with the intention of becoming the best dog trainer in the world.
In the world.
How old were you when you got that idea?
13 years old. I was 13 years
Amazing.
old. I was going to a judo competition. My mother was walking me. She always walked me to the competition. Never watched one because she was always afraid I was going to get hurt. But she always took me to the competition. So when I was walking in Mazatlan, because we moved from Culiacan to Mazatlan, I was on El Malecón, this very famous place in a street in Mazatlan, and I stopped that day on. And I said, Mom, you think I can be the best dog trainer in the world? And she turned around and said, you can be whatever you want as long as you're not a drug cartel. Because I told my mom that I wanted to do that when I was 10, because that's all I saw.
Right.
So for those who watch Narcos 3, I grew up in the time of the Federation. So it was 10 of them. 10. Medellin had one. Colombia had one, Pablo Escobar. Right? We had 10. And that's all we knew. So obviously my mom, seeing that I have this very... creative side of me. Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to change life. I wanted to get out of poverty. And so the only thing you're seeing is that. And then when I told my mom, I want to be the best dog trainer in the world, after watching Lassie and Ring Tin Tin.
After watching Lassie and Ring Tin Tin,
yes.
You decided this is what I want to be.
I decided that's why I was going to go to America. Because I needed to find whoever trained Lassie and Ring Tin Tin.
That is the craziest thing, right? So how old were you when you decided to come?
21. I was 21 years old. 2 times, this is my second time when I hear the voice. So at 13, the voice says, say you want to be the best doctor in the world. Okay, so I said that in front of my mom. This is the first time. And then when I was 21, December 23rd, the voice comes out and says, you got to go now.
To the United States.
So I have always listened to the voice. I didn't know what that was. Right? I know I listened to my mother. I know I listened to my parents. I know I have this very Catholic way of being. So I was always a good listener, right, to God or your parents. But thanks to that, I was able to listen to the voice in me. They guided me throughout all this journey that I have. Even coming to rythmia my first time it was a voice of somebody else, but it was in a really hard moment of my life that I needed to cleanse my energy, because once you get into the money, fame, and power, everybody wants it.
So wait a sec. So now let me ask you that.
Yeah.
So you have 2 things that happen, right? You got to the United States. You had no money.
No, my father gave me $100.
$100.
My daddy gave me $100, which was his life savings. In Mexico, you don't get paid by the hour; you get paid by the whole journey, right? So whatever they pay you in a week. So my dad didn't have money, but he saved $100, and that's the money he gave me.
Wow.
Right, and that's the money I used to pay the coyote guy, the guy who helps you, cross the border. And when we do ayahuasca, you also have this. Animals that help you cross borders.
Interesting point. Interesting point. So all this happens, you become this great, you're as recognized. I've been around a lot of stars, right? And more people know you than know just about anybody.
Yeah. The dog is special. Dog is got backwards. So I think that's why the association.
So what originally got you? Okay, so let me hop to one thing. Was there ever a point in the journey when you got to the United States, you started walking dogs? Was there ever a point where you said, this is going nowhere, I want to quit?
No,
not
from me.
You always saw, that's beautiful, dude.
Not from me, but the people did try, to harm or to block the path.
Your success.
Yeah. Yeah, and people very close to me,
of
right?
Course.
And that's why at one point I tried to commit suicide, because that's when I felt what you just said. Like, what's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point of being a good human when people want to kill
you?
Yeah, literally kill you. So that's when I say that's when you go into this roller coaster and your self-value. I was like 30 something. Yeah, very young.
But were you already well known?
Yeah. That's when after my divorce, or during my divorce, that's when I went into that dark place.
Uh-huh.
Even though I already...
But you pushed. How did you push through that?
Well, I didn't really push it because, I took a lot of things that the doctors say, you could kill 5 people with this, but when it's not your time, it's not your... And that's when I recovered my faith.
And that's the same thing happened to me too.
Yeah.
The exact same thing.
When it's not your time, it's not your time, right?
Uh-huh.
Even if you try to do it, it's not your time. That's when I recovered back the mission, and I started all over again. And from that point, I have not stopped. And that's when the whole noises and the whole thing about people, I saw it as a teachers, right? Instead of just people who really want to kill you.
So I'm gonna say something. I've had you're super big and I'm a small guy, but I even had people trying to kill me with words and accusations and all that stuff. And how do you push through when you hear that? I know how I do it. How do you do it?
I just go help animals.
You do the next right thing.
Yeah.
You do the next right thing, and that is the key. And then all of a sudden, you got this. I mean, the Lifetime Achievement Awards, all kinds of things.
The Empire State. The Empire State was light up.
They lit up for him, and his Lifetime Achievement in that community.
Yeah.
And tell us what brought you to us the first time, to Rythmia.
I have a really good team of the camera guys and the sound guys, and they came and filmed here with you. So they knew you before I knew you. And from that point on, because they hear me talking about energy and this, you have to go to this place. This place is magical, right? And what is it about? It's called Rythmia. It's in Costa Rica, and they do this. And Bobby Brown, they did a show with Bobby Brown. And the sound guy, really nice guy, good father, good husband. I really believe on his word, right? And then we start looking for how to get here, and that was it. As soon as I finished shooting, I want to go there. As soon as I finished shooting, I came here. And that was my first. I mean, I got a miracle right away. Literally, I got the whole miracle, the magic, the mystery, the whole thing. And when I saw that you had an open place for the board of directors, I want to be part of this pack because they're doing exactly what I want to do. I can't clean humans. You guys can clean humans. I can teach them and show them what the actions should be. Energy, philosophy, actions. And I always knew that it was something missing, right? It was something missing. How do I make the human use the best energy of them so their philosophy and their actions are powerful? Like when people ask me, how did you become the dog whisperer? I was very pure before I came to America.
I know.
I was very, very pure. So my spirit, my instinct, my heart, and my mind was pure.
Right.
Just like a kid wishing for something good.
So I want to interject this. So when your energy is aligned, pets will follow you. Dogs will immediately judge your energy and say whether they want to be a part of it or not. And he had that strength with dogs. What I learned from him is, and this is just in the past couple of days, that no matter what techniques he teaches to a dog owner, if their energy is incorrect, the dog will do it temporarily but won't stick to it.
That's right.
Because the owner's energy is what has to be fixed. And so what the reason why our connection, me and you, works has the potential to work incredibly well for so many people is that you fix the person's energy. And can you give me a little so that they have an understanding of what fixing that energy means or looks like?
Well, what happens when the human energy is pure or in alignment, whatever? There's so many words for the same thing, right? So your home, right? The goal of your home is to feel safe, peace, love. The goal of the relationship between you and your dog, or you and your wife, or you and your children is trust, respect, love.
Trust, respect, love.
Right. And then the activities that you do together is body, mind, heart, exercise, discipline, affection. So there is a formula for everything, right? There is a formula for everything. There's a formula for the law of attraction. But everybody's focusing on attracting money, fame, power. Nobody's is focusing on attracting natural, simple, profound, safe, peace, love. Imagine if all the presidents of the world, each leaders of the world, their mission or their goal or their intention is, I want to save, peace, love Mexico. I want to trust, respect, love Mexico. I want a Mexico where everybody can do exercise, stimulate their mind, and practice affection. That is what life is all about.
There you go.
So imagine if all the leaders of the world do ayahuasca, clean their soul, clean their instincts, clean their heart, clean their mind. That is a good leader. So in the meantime, what I'm doing for dog people is to be a good leader.
Right, 100%.
Because the dog doesn't know that you have money, fame, and power. What the dog knows is that you have your natural, simple, profound aligned. That you're focusing on your safe, peace, love. That you're focusing on your trust, respect, love. That you do exercise discipline, affection.
What I find so interesting at your place when I come to see you, because I go to the ranch when I'm in California to visit him, that it's just not dogs that follow him around. It's turtles and birds and chinchillas and llamas and like every animal that comes next to him falls in line and wants to fall. And this thing that happens at rythmia is that any schism in your soul or your spirit that might not even be from this life without getting weird, might not even be from your carnation this time, gets aligned. And from that point of alignment, there's a profound peace. And then there's, like, some of us are born with this need to want to help people. Others aren't. Others, that comes after they have this cleansing and in alignment with their own spirit. What I find interesting is that you had it from the very start. Yeah. You wanted to help people. Yeah. You loved people. And I personally believe that's a product of having beautiful parents. Yeah. That you had really good parents, right? That's like parents that really loved you. That is true. Which is a real gift. Yeah. And for those of you that didn't have that didn't have parents that showed love, a lot of times when they come here to rythmia and they have this cleansing, they feel love from the mother. That is the first time they really felt true love in their life, was love from the spirit of ayahuasca. Yep. And once you feel that love, it's hard to go out in the world and say, okay, what can the world do for me? It flips to, what can I do for the world? America has a beautiful saying. That's not what the country can do for you. What can you do for the country? So I changed that to, that's not what the world can do for you. What can you do for the world? That's not what the dog can do for you. What can you do for the dog? So you become more pack-oriented. You see it? So to serve God, to serve the family, to serve Earth, it's actually a beautiful action, because you can help people's spirit. Like, that's what I do, right? I help the spirit of a dog, the instinct of a dog, the heart of a dog, the mind of a dog. But I'm at service to the dog before the dog follows me. So it doesn't begin, you follow me because I'm a human. No. It begins, I am at service to your spirit, to your instinct, to your heart and your mind. The only thing I want is for you to feel safe, peace, love, trust, respect, love with me, and do exercise, discipline, affection with me. And I will make sure I do that every day until you die. How beautiful. You see? So that was a lot in that. There was a lot in there. And that makes me happy. That makes me healthy. That makes me have a good heart and always keep hope. So I have formulas for everything, right? So it's the happiness, the health, the heart, and the hope. Those are the 4 H. And each one goes, for example, the happiness goes into the spirit. The health goes into your instinct. The good love goes into your heart, and the hope goes into your mind. Wow. So if you just live life this way, then a dog is following a human who believes in happiness, who believes in health, who believes in heart, who believes in hope. You see, but you have to be 100%. That's the only thing you got to do. You can't go 8-20. You can see in someone's pet. Yeah. I've been around nervous people, and their pets are all nervous. And I've been around like happy people, and their pets are happy. Yep. You've been around angry people. What do they have? They have an angry dog. Yep. So there's this relation. Or your home. For example, your home, you can measure a beautiful structure clean. So when I go to people's home, I don't just look at the dog and the family. I look at
the beauty, the structure, and the clean, because that also it reflects you. So
Uh-huh.
everything in front of you reflects you,
Interesting.
your land, your
Interesting.
people, and your activities. So that's all we are, right? We're energy, philosophy, actions. Nothing else. It's about life. It's about time. It's about memories. That's it.
Interesting.
You see it? So we're here.
interesting.
We're here to help each other to achieve happiness, to achieve health, to achieve a good heart and hope. It doesn't matter if you have money or not, because I come from low income. I come from the back
Yeah,
of the
you
back.
come from no income.
Zero.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how can somebody from the back of the pack go to the front of the pack with not being dishonest? Because I never
Correct.
use the card of being dishonest. I don't owe anything to nobody.
Right.
I'm clean.
Yep.
I can die very proud.
Yes.
Right? But that's because I use my honesty, my integrity, my loyalty, my responsibility, my heart, my passion, and my creativity. And that's what I have. That's what I came with.
Wow.
I took advantage of being born in that type of environment, right? Because nothing was available. No money, fame, power was available to me, but everything else was available to me. So if it's available to me, it's available to everybody.
Right.
Because most of the world is poor.
And you know, when you know, people that had it hard and make it, when we're around people that have everything given to them and complain, like, those people are the people who need something like this the most, because they have an ill-conceived idea of how it works. It's just they don't understand how it works. So I just wanted to say thank you for coming. Thank you for teaching twice a year. Caesar is here to teach. He actually teaches at Rythmia. Make sure that you catch him and come and follow this guy, because there's so much to learn from this human. I'm super lucky to have
God is
you.
dog backwards. God is dog backwards. So I don't just teach about dogs. I teach about the connection to God, to earth, and to you. It's God, dog, human.
I can't wait. Come here and see Caesar. God bless you. God keep you. God hold you.